January 21st, 2026. The world just split into two parallel realities. In Nuuk, the capital of Greenland, the air raid sirens are silent, but the panic is deafening. Government officials are on the radio right now, telling 56,000 citizens to stockpile food for 5 days. They are preparing for an invasion. They are waiting for the U.S. Marines. But 4,000 miles away, in Washington, D.C., there is no panic. There is only ambition. On Truth Social, President Donald Trump posted an image generated by AI. It shows him standing on the Arctic ice, planting a massive American flag. The caption isn't a joke. It's a notification of intent. Greenland, U.S. territory, established 2026. The markets reacted instantly. The Dow Jones crashed 870 points. The Nasdaq plunged 2.3%. Billions of dollars in wealth evaporated in a single afternoon. Why? Because the world just realized that the CEO of America isn't playing by the rules of diplomacy anymore. He is initiating the largest hostile takeover in the history of mankind. Welcome to Billionaire Empire. Today, we are going to expose the full blueprint of this deal: the cash bribes, the secret missile shield, the market crash, and the endgame that nobody sees coming: the valuation, the distressed asset thesis. To understand this move, you have to stop thinking like a voter and start thinking like a private equity shark. When Donald Trump looks at Greenland, he doesn't see a country. He sees a distressed asset on a global balance sheet. Here's the financial reality that the media ignores. Greenland is the largest island on Earth, but financially, it is bankrupt. It relies on a $500 million annual subsidy from Denmark just to survive. To a billionaire, that represents bad management. Trump's logic is brutal. Denmark is bleeding cash to hold on to an asset they can't develop. I have the capital to turn it into a fortress. Therefore, I will take it. But this isn't about real estate. It is about what lies beneath the ice. Rare earth minerals, uranium, zinc. China currently controls 90% of the world's rare earth supply. If they cut us off, the US military runs out of missiles in 30 days. Greenland is the only place on Earth that can break China's monopoly. This isn't an invasion. In Trump's eyes, this is supply chain management. The squeeze out, the stick. So how do you force a sovereign nation to sell? You use leverage. On January 20th, Trump issued an ultimatum to Europe. Not with guns, but with tariffs. He announced a 10% tax on goods from 8 European nations, effective February 1st. And if the deal isn't signed by June, that tax jumps to 25%. Think about the genius of this cruelty. He is holding the German auto industry and French luxury brands as hostages. He is forcing the CEOs of BMW, Airbus, and LVMH to pick up the phone and scream at their politicians. Give him the island, or our economy dies. He is turning Denmark's allies against Denmark. He is making the cost of keeping Greenland unbearable. And when the Supreme Court threatened to block him, he simply said, "I have other ways. You'll find out." That ambiguity is what caused the market crash today. Investors hate uncertainty, and Trump is the king of chaos. The strategy, part 2. The tender offer, the carrot. But here is the part that will blow your mind. While he threatens Europe with a stick, he is offering the people of Greenland a mountain of carrots. Reuters leaked a secret plan from the White House today. It is called a tender offer. The U.S. is considering a cash payout ranging from $10,000 to $100,000 for every single citizen of Greenland. Pause. Let that sink in. $100,000, cash, tax-free. For a fisherman living in the Arctic, that is life-changing generational wealth. Trump is bypassing the government. He is trying to buy the population. He wants the people of Nuuk to look at their Danish passports, and then look at a briefcase full of US dollars, and make a choice. This afternoon, Trump said, "I haven't spoken to them yet, but I am certain they will be very happy to join us." That is the confidence of a man who believes that everyone has a price. He is betting that patriotism ends where the wire transfer begins. The consequence: capital war. But every aggressive takeover has a poison pill, and today the financial markets swallowed it. In Davos, hedge fund legend Ray Dalio issued a warning that is chilling Wall Street. He called this a capital war. It's not just stocks falling, it's the bond market screaming. The 30-year Treasury yield spiked to 4.92%. Why? Because global investors are selling America. They are terrified. They see a president who treats NATO like a pile of ashes, his exact words today. They see a president who is willing to weaponize the dollar to grab land. The risk premium for holding U.S. assets just skyrocketed. Ray Dalio is warning us, if Europe retaliates, they won't use missiles, they will dump U.S. debt. And that could trigger a financial collapse worse than 2008. The secret motive: the Golden Dome. So why take the risk? Why risk a depression for a block of ice? Here is the secret that nobody on CNN is talking about. It's called the Golden Dome. Intelligence reports suggest Trump wants Greenland for one specific purpose: to build the ultimate hypersonic missile shield. Greenland is the perfect geographical location to intercept nuclear missiles from Russia or China before they can reach the U.S. mainland. Trump isn't building a hotel. He is building an unsinkable aircraft carrier. He is building a fortress that makes America invulnerable. To him, the stock market crash is just a temporary fee. The prize is absolute military dominance for the next century. The verdict. So, where do we stand? The clock is ticking down to June 1st. The tariffs are coming. The $100,000 checks are being printed. The Marines are on standby. Donald Trump is teaching the world a lesson in billionaire geopolitics. In this game, there are no allies. There are only buyers and sellers. And right now, Greenland is on the auction block. Will they sell? Or will we see the first war ever fought over a real estate deal? I'm Billionaire Empire. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, hit subscribe. Because in the Billionaire Empire, information is the only currency that matters.